PTE Mantra Scoring System. PTE Scoring System Deep Dive. 100% priority, because if you don't understand how you're scored, you can't maximize your score. Toughness 70%. It's complex, but learnable. Powered by PTE Cortex AI and PTE Codex Digital Learning. Let's begin.
Welcome back to PTE Mantra. Understanding your PTE score report is the first step to mastering the scoring system. Your score report shows 3 levels of information. First, overall score. Your single number between 10 and 90, representing your overall English proficiency. This is not an average of your communicative skills. It's a weighted calculation based on your performance across the entire test. Second, communicative skills scores. Separate scores for listening, reading, speaking, and writing, each between 10 and 90. Some tasks contribute to multiple skills through cross-scoring. Third, skills profile. Since November 2021, enabling skills, grammar, fluency, pronunciation, spelling, vocabulary, written discourse are no longer shown as scores on the report. Instead, you receive a personalized skills profile with specific feedback on your strengths and areas for improvement. This helps guide your future learning. PTE Mantra Tip. Your overall score is weighted based on question difficulty, not a simple average. PTE Academic uses a combination of AI and human scoring. AI scores everything, quickly and consistently, using advanced natural language processing algorithms. But for certain question types, human experts also review your responses. AI-scored question types include repeat sentence, answer short question, fill in the blanks, multiple choice, reorder paragraphs, and write from dictation. Human-reviewed question types include read aloud, describe image, retell lecture, summarize written text, write essay, summarize spoken text, and respond to a situation. Human experts check for content accuracy, originality, and ensure your response is not a memorized template. The combination of AI speed and human judgment ensures reliable, fair, and accurate scoring. PTE Mantra Tip. Always use your own words. Avoid memorized templates for describe image and retell lecture. PTE Academic uses a combination of AI and human scoring. AI scores everything, quickly and consistently, using advanced natural language processing algorithms. But for certain question types, human experts also review your responses. AI-scored question types include repeat sentence, answer short question, fill in the blanks, multiple choice, reorder paragraphs, and write from dictation. Human-reviewed question types include read aloud, describe image, retell lecture, summarize written text, write essay, summarize spoken text, and respond to a situation. Human experts check for content accuracy, originality, and ensure your response is not a memorized template. The combination of AI speed and human judgment ensures reliable, fair, and accurate scoring. PTE Mantra Tip. Always use your own words. Avoid memorized templates for describe image and retell lecture. Not all questions are created equal. Each question type contributes a different percentage to your overall score. According to official PTE data, the highest weight questions are describe image at 15%, summarize group discussion at 9%, and repeat sentence, summarize written text, write essay, and fill in the blanks at 7% each. But here is the key. These percentages only apply when you complete the full test. If you skip questions, the weightings become distorted, and your score will not reflect your true ability. For the speaking skill specifically, describe image contributes 31%, the single largest contributor to your speaking score. Write from dictation contributes 23% to writing, and fill in the blanks contributes 25% to reading. PTE Mantra Rule. Prioritize high-weight questions in your practice, but never skip any question. Partial scoring is a critical PTE scoring rule. For many question types, you get +1 for each correct selection and you lose -1 for each incorrect selection. This means guessing randomly can actually hurt your score. For questions like multiple choice, multiple answers, if you select 2 correct and 1 incorrect, your score is 0. For highlight incorrect words, if you click a correct word, you get +1. But if you click an incorrect word, you lose -1. For write from dictation, each correctly spelt word earns you +1 mark. For summarize written text and summarize spoken text, partial credit is awarded based on content, form, grammar, vocabulary, and spelling. PTE Mantra Rule. Be conservative with guesses. If you are unsure, do not select the option. Never leave a blank, but also never guess randomly. Speaking tasks are scored on multiple criteria. For read aloud, repeat sentence, describe image, retell lecture, and answer short question, the key criteria are content, oral fluency, and pronunciation. Oral fluency evaluates smooth, natural-paced speech without hesitation or restart. Pronunciation evaluates whether your speech sounds are understandable to most regular speakers. Accent doesn't matter as long as you are clear. For describe image, content is scored by determining if you cover the main points and key details of the image. For retell lecture, content is scored by determining if you summarize the main points without misrepresenting the lecture's purpose. PTE Mantra Rule. Fluency is often more important than perfect pronunciation. A smooth, complete response with minor pronunciation errors scores higher than a hesitating response with perfect pronunciation. Writing tasks are scored on more criteria than any other skill. For summarized written text, the criteria are content, form, grammar, vocabulary, and spelling. Form requires a single sentence between 5 and 75 words. Any deviation reduces your score. For write essay, the criteria are content, development, structure and coherence, form, general linguistic range, grammar, vocabulary, and spelling. Content requires addressing all aspects of the topic. Form requires 200 to 300 words. Grammar and vocabulary must be appropriate and varied. Spelling must be consistent. US, UK, Australian, or Canadian, but not mixed. For summarized spoken text, the criteria are content, form 50 to 70 words, grammar, vocabulary, and spelling. PTE Mantra Rule. Word count is non-negotiable. Under 50 or over 70 for SST equal to 0. Under 200 or over 300 for WE equal to points lost. Reading tasks are scored based on accuracy and comprehension. For fill in the blanks, drop down and drag and drop, each correct answer earns you +1 mark. If you select a wrong answer, you lose marks. For reorder paragraphs, your score is based on the number of correctly placed adjacent pairs. For multiple choice, single answer, you must select the one correct answer. For multiple choice, multiple answers, partial scoring applies. +1 for each correct selection, -1 for each incorrect selection. PTE Mantra Rule. For MCQ multiple, only select answers you are 100% sure about. Guessing can reduce your score. Listening tasks are scored on accuracy, comprehension, and writing skills. For summarized spoken text, criteria include content, form, grammar, sadly, and spelling. Form requires 50 to 70 words. For multiple choice, single and multiple answers, scoring is similar to reading MCQs. For fill in the blanks, each correct word earns you +1 mark. For highlight correct summary, you must select the correct summary of the audio. For select missing word, you must select the word that logically completes the sentence. For highlight incorrect words, you get +1 for each correct selection and -1 for each incorrect selection. For write from dictation, each correctly spelled word earns you +1 mark. PTE Mantra Rule. WFD is your highest priority listening task. It contributes 13% to listening and 23% to writing. Now that you understand how PTE is scored, it's time to apply this knowledge. Step 1. PTE Mantra Theory. Watch all PTE Mantra video lessons to understand every question type, scoring rule, and strategy. Step 2. PTE Cortex Digital Practice. Open PTE Cortex. Take a diagnostic test. Review your AI feedback report. Pay special attention to your weak areas. Focus on high-weight questions first. Describe image, repeat sentence, summarize written text, write essay, fill in the blanks, and write from dictation. Step 3. PTE Codex Phygital Practice. Open your PTE Codex book and practice with QR codes. Listen to audio on the PTE Mantra YouTube channel. Step 4. Track progress. PTE Cortex dashboard shows your predicted score and your scores on each communicative skill. Focus on improving your weakest skill. Do this drill for 20 minutes daily. Your PTE score will skyrocket. You just completed a PTE Mantra lesson on the PTE scoring system deep dive. Now practice the smart way. Open PTE Cortex. Take a diagnostic test to identify your strengths and weaknesses. Focus your practice on high-weight questions first. Open your PTE Codex book. Scan a QR code. Practice with audio and timing. Pause this video. Do it now. Then come back for the next PTE Mantra lesson.